Have you ever been to a garage sale? A garage is where people keep their cars. A garage sale is when people sell their used goods by displaying them in their garage or in the front yard of their house. In the United States and Canada, shopping at the garage sales is a popular weekend activity. You can find many interesting things at a garage sale. Usually there is furniture, such as tables, chairs, and desks, for sale. You can often find books, old clothes, and even old toys and CDs too. Sometimes, if you look carefully, you might find things of great value. There are many stories of people buying an item at a garage sale for a few dollars, only to find out later it's worth hundreds of dollars. Garage sales prove the old saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. These days, more and more people are traveling to different countries. That is why easy-to-read signs are becoming more and more important. These can be found at bus stations, train stations, and airports, as well as on highways and roads. Many of them are easy to understand, while others may be confusing to some people. Usually, no language is necessary to know what the symbols on these signs mean. They may tell you where a restaurant is or where the telephones are. They could also help you find a restroom when you really need one. There are usually several reasons why students do not do well in school. One reason is that they have poor study habits. Many students do not know how to study effectively. They just look over their books instead of reading them carefully. They do not know how to take notes that will help them learn. Other students seem to be going to school just to have fun. They do not take their classes seriously. In my case, I almost failed my first year because I did not know how to use my time well. Given a 15-page history paper to write, 20 math questions to do, and 2 Chinese poems to memorize, I did not know where to begin. Often, I couldn't finish all of my homework. It took me most of the first year to learn to divide my time correctly. Other things that students cannot avoid, such as health problems, money problems, or family problems, can cause bad grades too. But not using their time wisely is certainly a major reason that students fail. Last Saturday, the Websters moved into their new house. They arrived early Saturday morning with a big truck filled with furniture and boxes. In the afternoon, their neighbor, Mrs. Jones, brought them an apple pie to welcome them. Mrs. Webster invited her in for a cup of tea. While they were having tea, Mrs. Webster explained that they had moved to the countryside because her husband had retired. "How could they do that to me?" she cried. "I'm going to miss the city, especially my friends." Mrs. Jones tried to encourage her. "Don't worry," she said. "You'll soon meet new friends." "But people in the countryside are so uneducated." "Where do you expect me to meet new friends?" asked Mrs. Webster. Mrs. Jones stood up and replied, "Well, certainly not next door," and she left.